and welcome to Live with Connie. Today, my guest star is Chanler with Chanler Rocks with Yarn. And in about 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be letting her tell y'all more about herself. And let's see, we have Kim, Sharon, and Angela here. How are y'all doing today? And what are y'all currently working on? Well, Kim and Sharon, I'm not sure if they're back here yet or not. They commented early.
Mm-hmm.
But Angela says that she is drinking water and working on the body of her knitted socks. Awesome. I love
Yeah.
knitted socks.
Mm. I still
It's,
have
so,
some.
it's something about whenever I hear someone saying that they're knitting socks, and especially their first pair of knitted socks, I get excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I want to do with socks is like start doing some of the fancier stuff on them,
Mm-hmm.
like some like cable type socks.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and Wednesday, my new microphone should be coming in. So on Wednesday's live, hopefully my audio will be better because I know some of y'all say y'all have trouble with me being muffled or low, sounding low. But some things that can help with that though, turn your volume, you turn the volume up for one. But I know some devices you can't turn the volume up as high. And also wearing earphones also can help elevate
Yeah.
the audio. But I'm really hoping that once my new microphone comes in, y'all be able to hear me perfectly. That's my hopes. Let's see, Margaret is here, Susan and Joanne. How are y'all doing today? And what are y'all currently working on? And today I'm planning to well, after I finish filming my finished projects video, I'm gonna be working on doing some more of my peppermints for my peppermint blanket. But after this live, I'm gonna finish filming basically the start and finish that I need for the video for the finished projects, then edit it and put it to uploading. So look forward to that video today where y'all can see some amazing makes of my Yorny friends. And let's see, Joanne says she's trying to finish a poncho. Awesome. I
She's been
love
working on
ponchos.
that for. She's been working on that poncho for a long time.
Yeah, I made my first poncho a few months back. It was Bob's hooded poncho.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't knitted a poncho yet. That was my very first. It was
Mm-hmm.
crochet, but it was fun making it.
I bet it was.
But it felt like it took me forever.
Mm. I don't wear ponchos, and I like want to make one, but I don't want to make it just to kind of let it sit around. And I sent my mom a message. I was like, "Do you wear ponchos?" She was like, "No," and I was like, "Okay." Um, she's like, "Why?" I was like, "I want to make one, but I don't wear one, so I was gonna make you one so you can wear it."
And Margaret saying, nothing on my hook. I'm still hurting. Oh, I hope you stop hurting soon, Margaret. I know pain is nothing nice.
Mm-mm. It is not.
And luckily, my back hasn't been acting up as bad lately.
That's good.
But it's like when it does, and sometimes I think y'all can probably tell in my videos when I'm hurting
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not as like energetic and bubbly. I mean, I try to hide it, but it still takes over sometimes. And let's see. Sharon is knitting a hat and crocheting a blanket. Nice. And Susan's drinking water and working on a bod poncho. Yeah. Bod has like gorgeous patterns.
She does.
Gotta love bod. Yeah. So what is everyone's plans for the day? What are your plans, Chandler?
I'm off work today, so I'm probably gonna be in my room all day crocheting and knitting, trying to catch up on some projects. I started a project late last night, a new one, so I'll probably work on that a little more because I got a lot. I got like 30, over 30 balls of the burnout blanket because I love that yarn. I love working with that and making blankets. So I started a new one out of the yarn that I was given, and probably gonna try to like redo some stuff in here and then probably hang out with my dogs and stuff.
So, how many dogs do you have?
So, here where I live permanently with my dad, we've got two here. I've got two boxers, Roxy and Chloe. They occasionally make appearances on my show or on my channel when I do podcasts. Probably by them drinking water out of the bathroom, out of the toilet, because that's just where they go. My room's right beside the bathroom, so you're constantly hearing me saying, "I'm trying to do something here. Can you stop?" Roxy's 9 and Chloe's 5, and then at my mom's house, we've got a 2-year-old boxer named Remy Jane.
Awesome. Sorry about that. Frank's leaving, and our screen door sticks, so it makes like this loud noise.
Yeah, I
I don't
understand.
know how I don't know how much y'all hear it on y'all end,
It
but to
wasn't
me
that
it's like loud.
bad.
Okay, Margaret's saying, I tripped and fell and skinned my knee, and I must have folded in hard because my right side of my chest hurts. Ooh, ouch.
Mm.
Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, Margaret. And let's see, Warren and Mimi's here. How are y'all? And what are y'all working on? And Warren says, working on, well, he just answered my question. He's working on a baby blanket, my first scarf. I did begin to take the shape of saddlebags. Laughing out loud. Have a good day. Yeah. Chandler, you want to go ahead and start telling everyone about your channel and yourself and all?
Yeah. So I'm Chandler of Chandler Rocks with Yarn. I've had a YouTube channel for 2 or 3 years, but never really stuck with it, and had some stuff happen about a month, almost 2 months ago. So I said, well, I'm gonna give YouTube another try, and so far it's been pretty good. I've been crocheting for about uh 9 years now, almost 10. I started knitting back in June of this year. So, still fairly new to knitting, so we're still getting there. But this is actually my first knitted hat that I made. I
Ooh,
finished that
nice.
last night. Um, it's a pattern off of YouTube. It's a copycat CC beanie. Um, I mainly crochet and knit. I do have a Cricut that I occasionally pull out and do stuff with. So I'm planning on doing more content with the Cricut too. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
And let's see. Joanne saying, I think Vancouver Island is going to disappear. It's flooding everywhere. Oh no,
Mm.
that's horrible. Oops. And Margaret says, it's been 6 days now since she fell. And Mimi's working on another test knit dishcloth. Awesome. Okay, so I have some Yorny questions that I'm going to be asking Chandler. Okay, my first question is, how long have you been crocheting?
For about 10 years, honestly. I think that's more like it.
Okay, and you said you just started knitting. So about how long you've been knitting now?
About 5 months. So,
Yeah, just
Still
keep
fairly new.
just keep at it. I find that I learned a lot from Morley Bird.
Yeah.
She was my favorite, whenever I started learning to knit. Like
Mm-hmm.
I learned from expression fibers, but like as far as when I started doing patterns, Morley Bird, that's how I learned how to read patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where am I? How did you learn to crochet and knit?
Um, so the crocheting, my sister tore she had a sports related injury in her shoulder. And the day she had her surgery, my grandma had like a few days prior, my grandma had given me some yarn and crochet hooks. And was like, I don't want them. If y'all want them, y'all can keep them and do something with them. And if not, y'all can give them to Goodwill or take them to your school, something like that. And I was like, well, yeah, I'll give it a try. And so I started doing that about 10 years ago when my sister had the day of her surgery, just to try pass time. And it's pretty much stuck ever since then. And I never really watched anybody because I kind of know the basics on how to do some of it by trying to get taught previously, but it just never worked out. And so I'm pretty much self taught on crocheting. And then for knitting, I started about 5 months ago, and I just kind of got on YouTube and kind of like the same thing. I just watched YouTube and kind of knew how to do it from previous attempts, and this time it stuck. So,
Yeah, YouTube's awesome
mm-hmm.
for getting help on everything. Let's see, Spring's here, and she's drinking coffee and working on tutorials. Hi, Spring. Okay, my next question for Chandler. What made you want to learn to crochet and knit?
um, I have ADHD, so it pretty much it helps me stay focused, and I have a little bit of anxiety now due to some stuff that's happened to me, and so it kind of helps keep me under control when I'm really worked up. So now that it's like the busy season at work and stuff, when I go on my lunches, I just take a minute, put on a nice YouTube video, or if somebody's live, I'll go in their live and get up there. Excuse me. And I pretty much will just do that for about an hour, or if I'm off work, I do it all day. So yeah.
Let's see. Nisi and Michelle's here. Hi, how are y'all and what are y'all working on? Okay, my next question for Chandler. What is your favorite thing to crochet and knit?
Um, my favorite thing to crochet is blankets. Um, and then my oh my gosh, sorry, my sister's at the door. My favorite thing to knit are hats.
Awesome. And Sandra's here too. Hi, Sandra. And what are you working on? Okay, next question for Chandler. What is your favorite type of yarn?
Burnette blanket.
And what is your favorite size hook?
Uh, a 5.5 or a 10 millimeter.
Sweet. Okay, Katrina's here too, and Susan. How are y'all? And what are y'all working on? Okay, we have two. I have two more questions I'm going to be asking Chandler. What is your favorite stitch?
Currently, it's a Suzette stitch because that's what I made. Or that's two of my whips right now. Is a Suzette stitch, and it works up super quick. So
Sweet. I haven't tried that stitch yet.
it's literally single and double crochet. Super easy.
And my last question is, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel?
Um, kind of my cousin telling me I should just to kind of get all um my like crocheting stuff out there since I was doing such a good job. And then some people on YouTube, when I went into their channels and they saw my work, they're just like, you should just try it. So yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, if anyone has any questions that y'all want to ask Chandler, feel free to ask in the chat. And also, if y'all can think of any other questions that I can ask my guest stars in the future, that's Yorny type questions, let me know that too. Like send me an email or leave it in a comment on a video, because I would love to get some other ideas for questions to ask too. Okay, and let's see. Let me go back to the comments, see if I've missed anything. Margaret says that she really needs to get her whips going again. I'll get behind. Yeah, that's the one thing that, like right now, I feel like I'm struggling to stay on top of all my projects. And let's see. Macy says she's listening while getting ready to head out and run errands. And Nana Michelle's listening at work. And Nisi's working on one last pumpkin. Nice. And Katrina says she just woke up. Good morning. And let's see. Okay. Oh, Mark's here. Hi, Mark. How are you today? And he says that he's here to support Chandler also, as I do with many others here on YouTube. Yeah, Mark's good about that. I'm primarily a writer, artist rule. And yeah, that is one thing. If y'all haven't checked out Chandler's channel, please do so. She's amazing. And if one of my moderators could drop her link, that would be awesome. So now we're going to get into some of our typical Q&A questions. You want to ask the first question, Chandler?
Sure. Let me look. Okay, what is your favorite holiday dessert? Mine is pecan pie.
Mine too. And even though this isn't actually really a dessert, I also love eggnog. It's like I love eggnog around the holidays.
Yes.
And really, usually anything like any chocolate desserts are always good too. Like chocolate cream pie. The pecan pie is my favorite. Ooh.
Especially homemade. My grandma used to make the best one, and now that she's passed away, we've gotten the recipe for it. So it's.
And then I've seen like I've seen recipes online for a pecan pie cheesecake. That looks like it would be like amazing.
Yes, I have to go find that now.
I'm a bad influence. But and what's bad too is I can't really have any of that stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, here's Chandler's link right here. So yeah, go check her out. Throw some yarn in that window. And let's see. Okay. Sandrine's here. How are you today, Sandrine? And what are you working on? Yeah, so let us know what your favorite holiday dessert is. Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, do some of y'all like pumpkin pie?
Apple pie.
Yeah, apple pie. Or what type of pie? Or it could be another type of dessert too. It don't have to be pie. Spring says it's just cold today. Flurry stopped last night. Aw. Susan wants to know what is everyone's favorite holiday.
Mine's Christmas.
Mine too. I have a feeling everyone's going to say Christmas. Yeah. Let's see. Sandrine says, I'm good and I'm trying to work on some sleep. Sleep is always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Joanne says, bumbleberry pie in summer.
Oh, sounds
Ooh.
good.
Spring says, say no to pumpkin, laughing out loud. I'm not as big on pumpkin pie, but I do like pumpkin spice. I love me some pumpkin spice coffee, coffee creamer. And Sharon says, chocolate, chocolate, and chocolate. Sandrine loves cheesecake. Yeah, make that pecan pie cheesecake, Sandrine.
Yes.
Mark says, my favorite holiday dessert is apple pie. And Sandra says, just about any dessert other than pumpkin or sweet potato pie. Yeah, I can't do sweet potato pie. And really, like, the only way that I like sweet potatoes is either like baked French fries with sweet potatoes or like sweet potato waffles.
Mm-hmm.
Mark's favorite holiday is Christmas. I'm curious if anyone will say a different holiday. Spring says deep dish Dutch apple pie. And Macy says Mr. Handsome loves my peanut butter cream pie I make from every year. Oh yeah, peanut butter desserts are awesome too. Yes, peanut butter. Spring's been having horrible winds. Ooh, Spring says Mississippi mud pie. Mmm. Yeah, today's live will probably make y'all hungry. There's a lot of food questions. I don't know if we'll get into all the questions on my list today or not, but I warn y'all, we'll be talking food a lot. Sandrine says socket to me cake is the bomb. I'm gonna have to look into that. That sounds interesting. Spring says brown sugar pie. Sandrine don't have a favorite holiday. Spring loves Easter. And Mark says, as many of you know, I'm from Ontario, Canada, and I'm currently working on new pieces of poetry. Nice, Mark.
Really?
Yeah, and I know like those of y'all that are from different countries, y'all holidays are sometimes different from ours in the United States. And Katrina says, Christmas is my favorite holiday. Get to spend time with loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
And Katrina says, apple crumble pie is my favorite. Oh, thank you, Mark. Yeah, this is my turkey hat. I crocheted it last year. I think my face is a little off centered on it though. And look, I got braids. And I got little curly cues on top. Sharon says, not much for holidays. Okay, so next question for y'all. Da-da-da-da. Okay, I'm trying to find my place here. What is your favorite side dish for Thanksgiving? I told y'all food questions. For me, my favorite side is always cornbread dressing. I love cornbread dressing. And the thing is that like my mom used to make the best cornbread dressing. And after she passed away, no one really had like the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
And like my sister kind of figured out, yeah, she used to help my mom a lot. Like, so she kind of started playing to get it down pat. And one of my aunts, I guess, had kind of the recipe written down that my mom used, but of course my mom kind of would change it, had probably changed it up over the years. So like between the two, my sister got it down pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
And I also love rice dressing. How about you, Chandler?
My favorite has to be baked mac and cheese that my aunt makes. Like literally, and I love mac and cheese anyways. So when she makes it, like I eat almost like half the dish.
Now, one of my favorite, well, this is more a New Year's holiday dish that I love, cabbage casserole.
Mm-hmm.
I love me some cabbage casserole. And it's kind of funny because the first time I had it, my stepmom made it, and I was kind of like, I don't know, I don't really care for cabbage, you know. So like I ate it, and I didn't just go back for seconds. I went back for thirds. It was good. And let's see. Katrina loves our hats. Thank you, Katrina. Yeah, and I love that CC style hat.
Mm-hmm.
Joanne's not into the holidays. Aw. And Cedrine says candy yams yummy. Bree says sweet potatoes. Joanne says homemade mac and cheese. And Katrina says turnip yummy with lots of brown sugar in it to take the bitterness away. Margaret says I love food. They're all my favorite dishes. Yeah, but yeah, normally like those are my two favorite sides to make. And then I usually do my turkey where um I stuff it with onions, usually apples. I usually do green apples to stuff it with. Lemons and usually like oranges. Like if I have satsumas, which is kind of like orange, it's a little different. Like I'll use satsumas. But yeah, I like to stuff my bird. Mark says my favorite side dish for Thanksgiving is sweet potatoes with gravy. And Katrina says homemade mac and cheese is awesome. Yeah. Yes. So do y'all have any other favorite side dishes before we move on to the next question? Yeah. Mark has you in his prayers, Joanne. But yeah, oh yeah, and of course rolls are always good. Especially if you make like some homemade rolls. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I have a bread maker. Joanne says, yes, I don't have it too often, but delicious. Katrina says Yorkshire pudding with gravy. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other things. But and corn usually, you know. Those are usually the main things that I like to eat for Thanksgiving.
I can't remember what it is, but it's like it's yam casserole or sweet potato casserole. It's got like brown sugar and candy canes and cinnamon and oh, it's so good.
Interesting. I've never heard of like any like casserole type dish with like candy canes. Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other stuff, but that's all that's coming to my mind.
There's green bean casserole. I know
Yeah,
that's a new thing down here in the south.
a lot of people like green bean casserole.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. Yeah, can one of my moderators drop the link for Mark's book on Amazon? What's the name of the book again, Mark? I can't remember. Okay. You want to go ahead and ask the next question, Chandler?
Sure. What is your favorite recipe? Mine will have to be my grandma's pecan pie.
Me, I have so many. Of course, the cornbread dressing that I mentioned. Then there's this pizza, like it's a chicken Alfredo pizza.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yes, it's good. Now the recipe I use, it's a lower calorie one.
Hmm.
It's a healthier version.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, let's see. That's one of my favorite. I'm sure there's others, but my mind's going blank right
Yeah.
now.
My brother, his girlfriend made buffalo chicken pasta, and I was like, "Can I know
Mm,
the recipe?" So she sent me that, and then um, not long ago, I went to Walmart and got um, they have like it's like chicken breast fillet, so it's super thin, and so I like season that up with different seasoning that we have around here, and then I put pasta. And I know last time I cooked it, I cooked chicken Alfredo, and that was super good. So I'm a big pasta freak too.
Now, one thing that I love making, this is a recipe for the Instapot chicken noodle soup with the egg noodles. And one thing too that I'll do with like my leftover turkey, I'll take that and also the broth that it made, and I'll make a turkey noodle soup. That's usually what I do with my leftover turkey. Mark says he loves our accents.
Mm.
Okay, okay, yeah, okay. Katrina found this book. Yeah, y'all go check out Mark's book on Amazon. Here's a link for it right here that Katrina dropped. Spring says I make green bean casserole year round. Mark says my favorite recipe is crab meat dip for veggies. Delicious.
That sounds good.
Now
Maybe it's
you're
just
making
'cause yeah, maybe it's just because I'm hungry. Well, that sounds really good.
now you're making me want some seafood more. And let's see. Angela says pea picking cake. I never heard of that. Like what's in it, Angela? What or what it tastes like? Sandrine says sock it to me cake. It has cinnamon, brown sugar, and pecans. That sounds good. And Mark says if anyone wants the recipe for the crab, I think it was a crab dip, let him know. Yeah. I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff that I love to fix. I like playing with that two ingredient dough recipe where you take the flour and the yogurt and like you make like the bagels with it. And bagels, pizza dough, make breads, rolls. Oh, and Sarah's here, and Hannah. How are y'all today? And what are y'all currently working on? And thank you, Sarah. She's loving the hats too.
Thank you.
And okay, we're all caught up. Okay, so I guess I'll move on to the next question. Okay, where was I? What is your favorite thing to do during the holidays? Um, for me, I love to cook. And like sometimes I love like making cookies, like baking cookies and stuff for the holidays. Typically I love to decorate too. I don't know how much decorating I'm gonna get done like this year. Because ever since I started having issues with my back, it's harder for me to do like the things that I used to always do. But Yeah. How about you, Chandler?
I like spending time with my family. As my parents like to say, I'm a very old soul in a young body. So I just like to spend time with my family, and okay, like spend time with myself, like crocheting and stuff. And then like I mainly like I take projects with me and I work on them as I'm hanging out too.
Yeah, sometimes like, also like sometimes watching like Christmas, like, well, that's more Christmas. I'm not really ready to get as much into Christmas stuff yet because my focus is more Thanksgiving right now.
Yeah.
But let's see, where did I leave off at? I lost my place in the chat. Mama G's here. Hi, Mama G. How are you doing? And what are you working on? And she likes the hats too. And Sarah's making Christmas hats. Yeah, I love Christmas hats. And hopefully I get around to making a good bit that
Mm-hmm.
I want to get made for Christmas hats. Angela says it's been so long ago I have forgotten. My friend made it. Yeah, and Susan wants the recipe more. Katrina says my favorite thing to do during the holidays is crochet and spend time with my loved ones. Oh, that's a good one. Work sing Christmas carols. And it doesn't seem like people sing Christmas carols as much as what they used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I never have anyone coming to my door singing Christmas carols.
Mm-mm. We don't ever have them here, or maybe they just come and nobody's home.
And yes, if y'all haven't already done so, please hit that thumbs up button. And Sarah says that there's nothing. I'm getting tongue tied. There's nothing lovelier. That's nothing better than being with family. Okay. For some reason, I kept getting tongue tied there. But yeah, that is so true, Sarah. More says, of course, family time. Although I don't have too many relatives left. One brother though.
Hey, that's better than nothing.
Oh, and Mama G's congratulating you on your channel,
Thank
Chandler.
you.
Mm, let's see. Katrina says, if I sing anything to do with Christmas, my husband looks at me and says, "Oh my word," laughing out loud.
No.
Okay. Oh, and Zach's here. Hey, Zach, how are y'all doing today?
Should highlighter. You didn't
Oh,
put
I had the wrong
you.
comment. Wait, Zach saying his favorite thing during the holidays is baking with mom and hanging out with family. Spring says she gets the Grinch look.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Katrina says her husband don't like Christmas. Aw. Hi Lisa, how are you today? And what are you currently working on? Katrina says he dreads when I put up the Christmas tree. Oh, oh, no, 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 no. I love seeing Christmas trees. And speaking of which, that is one thing that I will be doing a video probably a few days after Christmas, where like y'all can share like all y'all Christmas pictures, y'all Christmas
Yeah.
tree decorations, stuff like that. I like the holiday themed videos if y'all can't tell. And speaking of which, the how no the Thanksgiving one will be coming up on the 28th. So make sure y'all get y'all Thanksgiving type pictures into me for that. And y'all can send pictures of y'all food. Spring says, nor does mine. Nothing that requires a gathering of other humans laughing out loud. Zach says his mom doesn't really like Christmas anymore either. Lisa's working on a throw blanket and an omelet and coffee.
That sounds good. I love omelets. I love cooking omelets so much.
And let's see. Sarah's saying, stick him in the corner, Katrina, and put a bah humbug hat on him. That's a good one.
I have somebody at work, and like, so where I work, we have Santa, and so he when he arrived, I started walking around work, and I was like, "Merry Christmas," like joking around, and one was like, "I hate Christmas," and I was like, "Ah." So every time I see her, I'll yell her name, and I go, "Merry Christmas," and she's like, "Bah humbug."
Well, it's one of those things where I do feel like Christmas has gotten like overly commercialized, which, so that's kind of the downfall.
Yeah.
And like, I don't like going into crowded stores and stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
And then for some reason, it never fails at Christmas time. It's like people forget how to drive at Christmas time.
People forget how to do a lot of things when it's Christmas time, especially on Black Friday. Like, I'm dreading having to work on Black Friday so much.
Because it always seems like people are trying to hit you around Christmas time when you're on the road. It's like, no. Sharon says, he would like it here, Katrina. I don't put a tree or decorate.
We put a tree up, but it's like a small one because like we're just too busy to do anything, and the dogs have never been around a Christmas tree, so we just kind of put a small one on the kitchen table with like 2 or 3 ornaments, and it's just kind of like our Christmas tree. Like we have Christmas trees here, like we have a big one here. It's just hard to bring it downstairs and then having to put it back up. And
when I had my cat Izzy, she loved knocking down my Christmas tree. She loved it. And let's see, where was I? Joanne says, I'm having coffee and scones. Yummy. And Edna's here. Hi, Edna. How are you today? And what are you working on? Oh, I hope you have a good day, Nisi. Okay. And Mark says he agrees Christmas has become far too commercialized over the
so many
years.
places have Santas now. It's ridiculous. Like, because like,
oh, sorry.
you're like at work. I was up front for an hour yesterday greeting, and like every time I turned around, I didn't even know where to go because there was like kids just running everywhere, and it's like if you're gonna bring your kids into a store somewhere, have control of them because we have what is called a code Adam and code Sarah, which is lost kids, and like I'm honestly surprised more don't happen when it's Christmas time around us because like kids just run off from parents and then get lost, and it's ridiculous.
And another thing too that people need to keep in mind too, there are some bad people out there.
Yep.
And it's getting like worse with that type of stuff. So, keep the children safe. And let's see, where was I? Mark said people have seemingly forgotten the true meaning of the holiday. Yep, so true.
They really have.
So true. But I mean, I do love seeing like Christmas decorations. I just think they're so beautiful. I always love seeing how people decorate and stuff. Okay. And this says we don't put a tree up. All our kids have families of their own and don't come here. Aw.
It's sad. We always like for Christmas before me and my since like we all had jobs and stuff when we were younger, we would do Christmas Eve with my mom's parents, and then Christmas Day we went over to my dad's family and had morning like breakfast in the morning and opened presents and took our presents Santa brought us. And now it's just kind of like now that we work, my mom's parents are separated. Um, we just it's hard to kind of figure out when we can all do Christmas together.
Okay. Warren wants to know, Chandler. He says he lives in Oklahoma, and he wants to know how many states have you been to, and where's your favorite place to shop for yarn?
I'm kind of a homebody for one, so um, I've been to Virginia, Washington D.C., Virginia. I've been to Tennessee, South Carolina. I've been through Georgia, so I've been to Georgia, and I've been to Florida. My favorite place to shop for yarn, I mainly shop at Michael's just because it's kind of the closest one to me. It's literally right across the road from my job. But occasionally I'll go to Cary because I live in North Carolina. Which is Cary's about 45 minutes away from me, depending on which way you go. And they have Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and another Michael's, but that Michael's is just not it. It's got a lot of more stuff than the yarn, so I just go to my Michael's. And soon I'm gonna do a video where I go to Cary and go to Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and stuff like that.
There's one thing I wish we had yarn stores in my area, because I would like to like film like stuff in my like stuff in the stores like how everyone else does. But the only place that sells yarn here is Walmart.
Yeah, I shop at Walmart occasionally. Like I don't know if you've ever seen the chunky hand knit throws, but I've made a couple of them, and it's cheaper to go buy Walmart's chunky yarn than to buy Bernat's yarn. So that's about the only thing of yarn I buy from Walmart.
And Sarah says Christmas doesn't have to be extravagant or expensive. That's so
Mm-mm.
true.
No, like this year, my mom's like, "Y'all are gonna get like $50 worth of something." I was like, "Just give me a $50 gift card to somewhere like that." And that sounds terrible, but like more like I'm kind of like at the age where like if I need it, I'll go buy it myself. So then it's hard to tell people what I want, and like my birthday is literally in 6 days, so it's hard to tell people what I want for birthday, and then they're like, "What do you want for Christmas?" Like it's just like you do a list for both.
And Katrina says, to me, Christmas should be spending time with your loved ones and having good memories with them. Yep, so
That is
true.
true because you don't know what the next day predicts, and don't you never take things for granted.
Okay, Edna says she could use a lot of shout outs. Okay, can one of my moderators drop her channel link? And I'm going to add you to my list for my next shout out video. And I'll try to, and I'll do a shout out on my community page too for you. Let me write that down before I forget. Granny, oops, I can't spell. I was putting an M instead of an N. Okay. Okay, I got you written down. Let me just get back to where I was at in my notebook for my questions. Okay. Lisa says when I walked at Walmart, we had to lock down the store a few times because of Code Adam.
Yeah,
Oh,
we don't. So the way we do ours is like if we have what is called theatros, and they're earpieces that we put on our ear, and it's a little communication box that hits off of our Wi-Fi. And what we do is we just go over the all call button, and we're like a code Adam or a code Sarah, and we just kind of like certain like depending on where you are, you have to go. You go to an exit door. You like we have some people like we're not really designated to, but like I'm kind of the person that just walks around the store and looks for the kid. And I think the last time we had one, it was for an autistic kid, and some autistic kids do not talk. And so it was like stressful because I was walking around trying to find this kid that didn't talk. And the mom's like freaking out, and she's not telling what we need to know, like what he's wearing, what his name is, or anything like that. And then we finally got her to calm down enough to find the kid, and I was like, oh my God. Yes, Sandrine, I'll do that.
But yeah, like especially like like Walmarts and stuff like close to interstates, that you really got to be careful in those type
Yeah,
of areas.
yeah, because my
And
job
then
is right off of 40, so it's like stressful. And then
and
we
then
have a train track right behind our work too, so like it's just not a good place for kids to get lost.
I think you'll start seeing more people begging, like at by stores and stuff like that, begging. Which now don't get me wrong, like if someone really needs a meal or something like that, I'll agree with helping them. But
Yeah.
but typically you're better off like bringing them something to eat than to hand them the money.
Yeah, like I saw somebody not long ago. I had to go to Walmart to get some dog food because that's where I buy our dog food. And there's a guy, and it didn't say I need money. It said I just want some food. And I didn't have the money for that at the time. Like I had to pull money out just to go buy dog food. But if it was like that, um, I probably would have gone to McDonald's and bought him like a cheeseburger and stuff like that. And yeah, I
And
felt bad. I just drove by him and I was like, I should go get him food, but
because unfortunately you hear too many stories of you go and like bring them something to eat and they don't want it because they want the money. So
they want, they want the
they're
money for like
really not
drugs or
hungry.
alcohol or something like that.
They but like some people do it just basically to get money out of people,
Yeah,
which
like I saw
isn't
somewhere
right.
not long ago, and it was like a lady does it all the time, and she's got like this brand new car, and it's like, why do that? Like she had like a job and everything, and she just was like, and it's like, why do that? Like that, it's crazy what the world's coming to. And I know
Mhm.
I'm only 20 years old. I know I'm still a baby, but like growing up the way I did, like it's not the same that it used to be.
Yeah, because it's like things were so much different. Like whenever I was young, and it's like I miss the good times. Sharon says, agree, Chandler. It's like parents go into a store and just tell the kids to go play in the toy department.
Hmm.
And really the holidays is when you really need to keep your eyes on children
Absolutely,
more.
because people are there to steal your kids and sell them. Like,
But we gotta kind of be careful too much on that topic. That's a topic you two don't like.
yeah, 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 yeah. I understand.
but I mean anything could happen. And let's see, what was I at? I'm losing my place a lot today. Okay, Mark says people go to lengths with Christmas decorating, very elaborate and eye popping. Some of the displays. Yeah, like here, um, it's not actually in my town. It's a little further out. But like there's this family that does all sorts of like Christmas
Hmm.
displays and stuff, and they open it for like people to come, and like take pictures and all this stuff.
Yeah, we have some place about 20 minutes along that
Why?
that they do something every year that you drive through, and I think I want to do that this year.
And
I've
and
been
Mark's asking about how long you've been crocheting and knitting.
I've been crocheting for about 10 years now, and then I've been knitting for about 5 months.
I gotta go. Okay. Let's see. Mark says, I've been writing on and off for over 20 years, by the way.
Nice.
Joanne says, who's your favorite Indian? Sorry, it's from Smoke Signals. Uh, I'm not,
I
I'm
don't
not,
know. Smoke signals.
yeah, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Yes, and here's Granny Crafter Edna's channel. So y'all make sure y'all go throw some yarn in her window.
Sorry for crocheting and doing this interview. It's just, it helps me cope more.
Sandrine's asking you, Chandler, if she sends you a picture of her mosaic, can she show it to everyone?
That's fine if that's fine with you, Connie. I can do that. Yeah, no problem.
And Sarah says in the UK, a lot of people decorate their homes and gardens with lots of lights and animated stuff and collect for charity. That I love as it brings the community together. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. We with the dogs and stuff, we don't really decorate the yard because we don't know what they'll do, and they're very they're very intrigued by certain things, and so I don't want to spend $200 on stuff and it like be popped the next day. So I even though I'm a big Christmas fan, I love the Grinch. So we went to Walmart. Me and my sister went to Walmart and we bought wrapping paper and stuff because we don't really have wrapping paper here. And they had this. It's the blow up dolls that you put in like you put in the yard, but they have them for your car now. And I bought the Grinch, and I'm like so ready to put him out, but or put him in my car, but I'm gonna wait till after Thanksgiving.
And Edna's saying that she's been trying to get to 1K for years, been doing videos for at least 3 years, have
I'll get you.
915 today. So
I'll get
yeah,
you when I get done, Edna.
if anyone can help Edna out, like if y'all have channels, give her a shout out. Let's try to get her to 1K. I was very fortunate with getting to 1K because I had some of that Bod fairy dust sprinkled on me. She gave me a shout out on her community page,
That's awesome! Congratulations.
and it was whenever I noticed it, I was freaking out. I was like, oh my.
She knows who I am.
I couldn't believe it. Well, I already knew she knew who I was because she's popped in on a couple of my lives in the chat.
That's awesome.
But it was like I even took a picture of it.
That's something I would do.
I mean, I was in total shock. So now I just gotta finish getting my watch hours. I think it's I think it's 693 more hours I need to get monetized. Mark says I might be releasing a new book by the end of this year or in early 2022. Awesome, Mark.
Okay, this is what Sandrine sent me.
Okay.
That's her mosaic she's working on.
Ooh, nice, Sandrine.
It's the houndstooth.
Nice. Okay, you want to be a moderator, Mark?
He's a very good moderator. He's one of my mods. I know he's one of Zach's and Katrina's.
I thought he was one of my moderators, to tell you the truth. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, where is he at? Okay. Okay, you're now a moderator. Yeah, sorry, I had to open YouTube and the live came on.
You're fine. You're fine. Sorry, I don't sound the best. I currently have a sinus infection that affects my voice in the morning.
But yeah, but I really thought Mark was one of my moderators. I think I'm confusing him with Chris, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And Lisa's asking if your hat crochet. My hat is, but Chandler's is knitted.
Yes, mine's knitted. I'll show you up close of mine real quick.
Yeah, it's a CC style beanie.
It was actually super easy to make.
And Edna's saying, I remember when you first came on and now look at your friends. Yeah, like, and it's funny too, like whenever I go back and watch like my first videos,
Uh-huh.
and it's like, it was you can tell the difference that you start getting that you've gotten
Yeah.
more comfortable.
Yeah, we were on Zach's panel one night, Zach of Zach's Crafts and More, and we were like not making fun of each other, but we were talking about like our first videos and our first lives and stuff. And it's crazy to see how like when you started your video, how like some people didn't even have an introduction that they said, and now like their introductions are amazing now, and it's so cool and funny at the same time.
Okay, Joanne was talking about a movie earlier, and let's see. Edna's asking if Sharon has a channel. I don't think she
She
does.
doesn't. No. Nope, she's just a supporter slash fan slash friend.
Okay, this fly's gotta go. I'm gonna be like getting this, getting rid of this fly after I'm done with my live today. Let's see. Where was I? Mark says, for wrapping paper, companies tend to overdo it with their ink use. Very environmentally unfriendly and irresponsible. And, and Edna says she's made the cutest. Well, I don't know if I'm going to say the name of him because I know YouTube can be funny about copyright stuff too. The green guy is on my channel.
Whose heart grew 3 sizes. I
Yeah,
love him. I love him so much.
yeah. Usually, like whenever it's stuff like that, I try not to say like the actual name.
Gotcha.
Lisa says, Bible will. I'm getting tongue tied again. God will lurk in on people's lives. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that, like, because after he had popped in on a couple of my lives and said hello, like, I had sent her an email thanking her for coming to my live. And she told me that, I have to admit I've watched before. And it was like, yes. And she said, she point blank said she's a lurker.
Yeah.
And I've heard other people say it.
Yeah, I'm a big lurker. I just kind of like, I'll turn on a live and I'll be like, hey, I'm here in the background or whatever. I'm just here crocheting. And that's why people have like a live, like a StreamYard live or something. I just go on panel that way. I can read chat and talk and still crochet.
And Rita's here. Hi, Rita. How are you today? And what are you working on? Oh, and you're going to run my list? Oh, thank you. Yes, if y'all can run my playlist, that would be awesome. And let's see where was I. And this says I've never done a live. We are retired. I never know when hubby will come in and go out. Yeah, sometimes you'll hear Frank when he comes in and out. You'll hear that door. And then there's times too he'll pop in and say hi to everybody. You never know when he'll do that. And Susan wants to know what stitches you use for your hat, Chandler.
So it's the brim is it's a rib, so it's knit one purl one, and then it's 3 rows of knit, 5 rows purl, 3 knit, 5 rib. It's a 5 and 3 row repeat. It's a super easy one on YouTube.
And Mark says he can see how talented and artistic that you are, Chandler. Keep up the fine work.
Thank you. I'm
Lisa,
definitely trying.
Lisa wants to know how the biscuit is doing. Um, he has his surgery
Yes.
Thursday for his leg, and I don't know. It's like,
What did I say?
don't get me wrong. It's like I want him to get the surgery and get it over with, and hope and it should make his legs feel better. But I'm just kind of like, I just want it over with. Joanne wants to know if I have a pattern for my hat. Um, I need to see if I can find the pattern that I use, but I may have kind of combined some patterns. I don't know for sure, but I want to say I think it came from Repeat Crafters website. Let me see.
Roxy's in your chair, by the way.
Get her out of my chair.
I'm gonna see if I can find it. No, that's a different one. I'll have to try to look at my saved patterns and see if I can find this one. I may have kind of like done some of my own thing with it or combined patterns. I don't really remember. But if I find the link, I'll put it in my next Crochet Tuesday video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sarah, I hope you have a good day today.
Bye, Sarah.
And Rita says, I'm working on Mom's Granny Square cardigan for Christmas gift.
That's nice.
Sandra, I'm in Louisiana. Sandrine saying we love our Chandler. Aw. And Edna lives in South Carolina.
Hey, you're right below me.
And Mark likes my background. Aw, thanks. Okay, let's move on to another question. Where did we leave off? I think it's your turn to ask the question,
Okay.
Chandler.
What are you thankful for today? Well, number one, I'm thankful that I woke up this morning because I never take things for granted. I'm also just thankful that I have a family that supports me in all my decisions, even though they may not be the best decisions. They still support me no matter what. And I just am thankful that I have a channel that's, even though it's new, it's thriving, and I have some nice YouTube friends that support me no matter what.
And for me, I'm thankful for, of course, the biscuit and my two cats, Allie and Sophie. And I'm thankful that my back isn't acting up really bad today.
It's good.
And I'm also, well, even though this isn't actually as, as much of a today per se thing, but I am thankful that Frank is finally getting that surgery. Because for a while there, the insurance was giving problems for a while.
Hmm.
But basically, what happened was that the cardiologist didn't send them enough information. So then, after they initially, denied stuff with it, then the doctor sent more information, and it's good now.
I understand how that is from having to have surgery that insurance has to cover, or not has to, but in order to the surgery that I had, it could have been done at the doctor's office, but my parents wanted it to be done at a hospital, and so my doctor had to explain why insurance wouldn't cover, and then he said, well, the reason she can't have it is because of the weight, because I hadn't lost enough weight, even though I busted my tail. But he sent an email why, and insurance covered it.
And Rita says, I am Norwegian living in Sweden. And actually, I am a fourth Swedish. My grandfather was a full Swede.
Nice.
Sandrine's thankful for waking up today. Yeah, that's always a good thing. Mark is thankful for his family, friends, and good health. Rita says, I am thankful for dad not hurting himself more in the boat today. Ooh, yeah. Hopefully he's okay. I'm thankful we still have him here. He has terminal cancer, but doing good. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear. I'll keep him in my prayers, Rita. And where was I? Katrina says, I am thankful for everything my family, husband, and my YouTube family. Yes, all good things. Oh, Andrea's here. Hi, Andrea. How are you today? What are you working on?
Hello.
And Mark says, Scandinavia is beautiful. My dad's family immigrated to Canada from there way back in 1951, 70 years ago. Lisa wants to know how Sophie is. My cat is something else. She she wants to sleep on me constantly. That's and sometimes she'll start crying too for me to come sit with her. But yeah, like whenever I sit down to watch TV or crochet or knit, there she is. And she's sleeping on us. She likes sleeping on our backs. Yeah, she better not sneak back outside though.
Once I've seen her once, like an animal that's inside like that goes outside once and will never do it again.
I don't know. Well, a few years back she snuck outside.
Really?
And she loves watching outside. She'll sit at that screen door and just
Mm-hmm.
watch. Okay, and this says, I'm thankful for having Jesus in my heart and looking to go to heaven. Yeah, that's good. And Rita says yes. He had a cut in his hand about 6 centimeters, but it's okay now. Ooh, but I'm glad it's okay now, though, Rita. Andrea says actually, plastic canvas 5 point Christmas stores, and she's at lunch. And okay, we're caught up again. Okay, the next question I have for y'all. Oh, hold on, we have one more answer. Andrea is saying thankful for family, friends, and my job. Oh, another one too. Susan says I am thankful for my family and the new YouTube family I have now. Yes, all awesome things to be thankful for. Okay, if you could visit a decade's theme park, what decade would you choose, and what band would you want to headline it? So for me, I would go with the 80s. And the band, I'd probably go with Cat Benatar. And how about you?
Um, I would probably go probably like with the maybe the 80s again, and I don't even know what I would the theme park would be.
Yeah, Cat Benatar. Def Leppard would be a good one too. Oh, then there's I can't think of their name. Or why can't I think of the name of this? They've been Aerosmith. I was gonna say they've been around forever, but I don't remember if they did as much in the 80s though.
My mom loves Aerosmith.
I just know Aerosmith always kind of has seemed to be around. Oh, and then you got like Michael Jackson, Madonna. Mark says 1980s Back to the Future theme park without question. Spring says Poison, White Snake. Yeah, I used to love Poison. Oh yeah, Guns N' Roses. And St. Dream says 70s and 80s. The O, I don't know. She may have gotten cut off on her comment. The
Oh,
OJ, okay. And it says I'm an Elvis fan in that era. Spring says Nirvana. Yeah. I love the music from the 80s. I learned a lot from the 80s. I can't lie. But yeah, sometime this afternoon or this evening, the finished project video will be uploaded to YouTube. So be on the lookout for that today. Spring says I love Elvis too. And Andrea says 80s, Andy Gibb. Yeah. Oh, Lisa says Led Zeppelin. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else that I need to let y'all know. Um, what else? I think I've mentioned everything. And of course, like if y'all can stay on the lookout for like channels to do shout outs for, like if y'all discover a new channel, let me know that. Because I'm always looking for channels that I can shout out. My nose is itchy today too. Oh yeah. Now that Nightbot just mentioned Ravelry, if y'all don't already know, my candy corn knitted beanie is now available in my Ravelry shop for $2.50, and I have a giveaway going on for the pattern. And I did announce the winner. Did do the winner video today, and it's uploaded already for the winner of the crochet version of the alien beanie. So the winner for that has been picked. And Spring says, but I'm a diehard Dino Dean Morton fan. Okay. You want to go ahead and ask the next question, Chanler?
Absolutely. What's your favorite thing to drink? Mainly, I drink Dr. Pepper, but occasionally I like either Cheerwine or Sunkist.
For me, I mostly drink water or water with drink mixes. And then I love coffee. Coffee's like I love. What can I say about coffee? Um, Now I'm not supposed to drink this anymore, but I love the Sonic strawberry lemonade slushies. Those are awesome. Lisa says she has all my crochet patterns. Yeah, and what's bad is that probably going to be a while before I have any new crochet patterns because I'm trying to get those two blankets out of my way. Which I do have the blanket that I'm designing the pattern for, but hopefully after those blankets are out of the way, I can work on some crochet designs. But that may take me like another 6 months or so. Sandrine says water. Spring says coffee. Is there anything else? Mark says my favorite thing to drink is soda pop. Now, I used to be a Coca-holic. I used to love me some Coke, but I gave up soda like 7 years ago.
Wow.
Andrea says coffee or sundrop, cheer wine, holiday punch. Sharon says tea or Dr. Pepper. Mark says then of course coffee. Joanne says French vanilla coffee and water. Lisa says coffee is the elixir of life. Yeah. Uh, Andrea says and Pepsi. Spring says tea also. And this says I don't use patterns. I just look at them and make it.
That's nice. Sometimes I can do that, but most times, like, I have to at least kind of have a pattern to kind of get me started, and then I can do the rest.
But it kind of depends on what it is for me. And this says she loves black coffee and diet Pepsi. But yeah, Java. And I love Starbucks. That's my favorite type of coffee. And I love the flavored coffee. Like right now, I have the cinnamon dolce Starbucks.
Yeah, I have the Starbucks creamer here, but I normally just make. My job sells Black Rifle coffee, and they have Christmas coffee called sugar cookies, and you make brew that, and then you put it's caramel something, and you put that in there with it, and oh my god, it's amazing.
I guess spring don't like Starbucks. Susan says I drink sweet tea. Haven't drank soda for about 6 years.
That's good. I need to be like that, but I probably won't be.
And and like whenever I used to drink soda, I drank way too much of it.
Yeah.
It's like, and there's been times like in the past that I would stop drinking soda for like a year, and for some reason I would always go back to it.
Mhm.
I don't know why I did it. And the thing is, and it takes if you stop drinking soda for a good amount of time and you drink it again, it tastes horrible.
I bet it does.
But for some reason, it reels you back in, and then it starts tasting good again. But like this, like whenever I gave up soda the last time, I was like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna let myself, because I'll just start drinking it again.
Like, I don't drink a lot of Pepsi and stuff, and so occasionally when I do have one, like when I drink it, I'm like, because it burns so bad, and it's just so acidic and stuff. It's like, ugh.
And for a little while, I started drinking the flavored waters, and it was like I was kind of like, I don't like how it makes me feel because it makes you want more. And I'm kind of like, and really, if you think about it, it's basically just a different flavored soda.
Mhm.
And Edna says, I'm from South Carolina and working on a little amigurumi doll. Ooh, awesome. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and ask the final question and then we'll start wrapping things up.
Okay.
What do you like to watch on TV around Thanksgiving? Um, for me, it just kind of depends. Like sometimes I will put on like the Christmas movies.
Mhm.
Um, but I've also kind of gotten like burnt out on Christmas movies because I watched way too many of them a few years ago. And it's like and the plots are so predictable.
Mhm.
But but I don't know, or like sometimes just rent movies. So how about you, Chandler?
Um, I don't. really watch like Thanksgiving shows. Like after Thanksgiving, I start watching like the Christmas movies every once in a while. Like occasionally I watch Hallmark movies, but for the most part, like if Rudolph's on, that's one that me and my grandpa love to watch together, so we watched that together. But other than that, I mainly just kind of watch Hulu and Netflix and stuff like that.
And let's see. Mark is saying Tim Hortons coffee is still the best in North America. See, Frank would say community coffee. Mark says a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And Edna's saying making my dog to look like Charlie Brown in his little Christmas tree. No pattern, making it as I go. Awesome.
My we live in a cul-de-sac and we're the only house here, but right across from us, there's a house that's on a different street, and we have two well shelters right here. And by one of the well shelters, one of the kids did like put a little ornament on the Christmas tree, and it's like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, and it's just so cute.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. I'm curious what other people like to watch on Thanksgiving. I'm sure there's those that like to watch the football. Then the Macy's parade is another thing too.
Yeah.
Some people probably watch. Now, I would love to experience like going to the actual parade.
Mhm.
I don't really care to see it on TV, but if I was there, I think that would be like awesome.
Yeah, we actually had one of our high schools, their marching band went and competed in it, and I knew one of the girls that was in it.
But yeah, that just has to be like awesome. But but yeah, that's something I would always like to experience. And I just started thinking about something. There was something that I saw that they were going to be doing on TV, and I need to program my TV to record it, but now I don't remember what it was. Oh, I know what it was. They're going to be doing like Annie, I guess on Broadway live or something, and I want to see that. It's supposed to play on TV.
Mhm.
Lisa saying I don't have regular or cable TV and don't watch much. I guess we'll go ahead and start wrapping things up. I know we may get some answers to that question, and I'll read them if we do.
Mhm.
Do you have anything you'd like to say before we say our goodbyes?
No, I thank you for having me up on your channel and panel. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate the shout out you gave me.
You're welcome.
I wasn't expecting it, and then somebody told me, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I mean I try to help like channels out where I can.
Mhm.
Like if I discover a channel, I'm usually shouting them out.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for coming live today with me. I
Yeah.
enjoyed having you.
Thank you.
And I want to thank everyone for watching today's live and those that will be watching on replay. And I think that's pretty much everything I have for y'all. I hope everyone has a fabulous yarny day. Be the light and bye.
Bye.